How does the cycle of 3 manifest in S, T, and U? Well, S is 19, T is 20, and U is 21. So we know that R, being 18, represents a spirit who is able to leave home forever and penetrate other realms and realities to find out who they truly are. Only once you step out of your home, step out of your space, and interact with other spaces, can you truly learn who you are inside of the entire space that we call the universe. Only once you're R, only once you're 18, are you able to have S to connect with anyone in the universe that you want. Now, if you're a weak and hateful spirit, like a light supremacist, for example, then you're going to view sex as a sin, and you're going to project onto others that sex is a sin, because your idea of sex is to grape and ravish indigenous individuals, all that in energy, indigenous, individual, in general, individuals. Your idea of sex is forcibly putting your imagination in their soul and making them give birth to your life against their will. So of course you're going to say sex is sin. Gross. As indigenous peoples, we're not about that over here. Unlike the colonizers that consume all of our lands in North, South, and Central America, who come over here graping and ravishing our families and our resources and our cultures, we do not desire to connect with others by forcibly penetrating them. We are called the N-word by white supremacists because we, as indigenous peoples, go inward. We connect with ourselves to create life. That's what magic is. We are called the N-word because we go inward. Yeah, truly, symmetry. All right, I'm right here. It's all about no coincidences, okay? They made this language, not me. I'm just called by nature spirits from my space of Mercury to hyper communicate this subconscious water that all of this life is coming from, so that we can more consciously connect and make sure we're not actually binding ourselves up in spells. We're called the N-word as indigenous peoples because we're so magical from going inward, from connecting with ourselves. And because white supremacists do not want to connect with themselves, or else they would not consume our land, they forcibly call us the N-word, almost like a spiritual weird like joke. They're like, oh, N-word? You like, it's wild. Just because they hate their own feelings so much. They hate meditating in their own space so much. It's remarkable. So white people view sex as a sin. And as indigenous people, white people hate us because we have sex not by forcibly graping and ravishing other countries, but by going inward, by connecting with our spirits and creating from there. Having sex with ourselves, going inward, 1 + 9, results in 2, which is us as spirits creating water from connecting our realized ego spirits to our individual imaginations. By creating this water, we create a whole new feeling that we can use to then create life from, depending on how we communicate it. In the case of the cycle of 3, S represents sex, the ego, the desire to create life by consuming life. S is 6E, sex-y, serpentine, and seductive. Thus, S is the body. And the body is created by what? The soul. Your soul is where your T tree would be located. Your tree being your true life that is giving fruits, which is then your body that enters realms to deliver said fruits. Thus, T is your true stability, your true stability that gives life to everything that you produce. So your soul, your garden, grows the tree, the 3, the mind air Merkaba that God sits in to deliver fruits in the 4 earth body. So S is the fruits that come from your T-Re, the body from your soul. thus as can be seen as a snake that wraps around your tea reed. But who are you? You, the 21st letter, is the spirit feeling like connecting its imagination externally and thus creating air so it can communicate its gifts from its garden to God's outside of itself. Here we can see that you are not S, you are not T, you are not anything but you. Spirit is working through the English alphabet to let you know that you are the spirit feeling like communicating yourself externally because you feel like you have gifts from your own garden that you would like to share with spirits outside of yourself. And this is the only way you can do it, to create a body and make it relatable enough that we all have a grounded language and a grounded idea of the universe that we can then introduce our individuality into. This is who you are. And Spirit wants you to know that. You are not your communication. You are communicating because you feel like you have value to bring to others. So when I'm referring to you, I'm not talking to your body, your mind, your soul, or even your imagination or idea of God. I am speaking directly to the space creating these things.